Bill here with the Metals Minute. Today is Wednesday, January 25th, 2022. Well, we have gold and silver both up for both the week and the year. Gold's up 5% since a year ago today. Silver's up, I believe, 1%. We have platinum is down just a fraction for the week, and it's up for the 1 year time. Palladium's down a couple percent for the week, and it's down 40% since a year ago today. And part of that is due to overblown fears concerning the results on palladium from the Russia-Ukraine conflict. There was concern that palladium would be removed from the world marketplace due to 40-some% of it being refined and mined in Russia. But that has been a little bit overblown, and also the demand has been kind of tapered a little bit for palladium in the world economy right now. So that's one of the reasons it's dropped so much since a year ago. We also have some good news today. Gold has reached a new high in Japan as of this morning. Reached the highest price in Japanese history. The last previous high was in April of last year. So we also have good news for those of us that are not in Japan, those of us that are Americans. Ole Hansen, who is a commodity strategist for Saxo Bank in Denmark, he has put out a report this year that explains why he believes that this year gold will likely set a new record in US dollars for a record price. And he outlines 3 reasons for that. They all make sense to me, but I'll share them with you. It's in the write-up as well. But the war situation, geopolitically, nations seem to be getting more uneasy, and with devalued currencies happening around the world, many nations are looking to gold to protect themselves in terms of protecting their currencies or protecting their reserve assets. So we'll likely see that continue. We also have worldwide recession that seems to be developing, and when that happens, governments tend to spend more. They increase the deficit spending to try to make up for other shortfalls and shortcomings out there economically. And when they increase deficit spending, that tends to knock the currencies down even further, thereby benefiting assets like gold. And then the third reason he offers is the interest rate environment is coming under pressure to either slow the rate of interest rate increases and also put pressure to begin decreasing interest rates, which he believes is very possible. Before the end of the year, we'll see interest rates go the other way, and there are many economists that feel the same way about that. So all 3 of those things tend to be positive for gold, and might be why we see record prices later this year in US dollars for gold. And that'll likely affect silver as well. We've seen India importing record amounts of silver recently, and so there's a lot of demand for silver as well. So what else is going on out there? Well, we have new definitions of inflation. A report recently came out that the Treasury Department is trying to lower inflation, and even though we're still running at about 3 times higher than the Fed's target of 2%, and that's, you know, how long will it be before it gets back to 2%? Might be a long time. But never fear, they have come up with a new definition that they're going to begin using this year to define inflation. And the thing is, they're not coming out and explaining how they're going to calculate that precisely. They're just saying that, oh, we're going to, use our expert opinions and models, and we'll come up with a new rate for inflation. Well, what that means when they don't tell us how they're going to calculate it is what we have to do is just look at how things are around us. How, what kind of price increases are we seeing at the grocery store, at when we pay our utilities, when we make everyday purchases. We just kind of have to use our own judgment there, and then we have to look through history at what assets have done well at protecting against real everyday inflation compared to the rates that they change how to calculate the rates. Usually it's so they can say that the inflation rate is lower than it may be in reality. And that's happened in the past. They've redefined inflation 3 or 4 times over the last several years, and this year makes another year that they're going to be changing it again. So we encourage you to protect yourself and your family's financial future. Consider precious metals as a way to do that and protect your hard-earned savings. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again soon.